Hey everybody, XEI here. Welcome back to a blind let's play of Dragon Age Inquisition, and we have Somley here, and we are in Haven. I'm still wandering around. Oh, you know what? I think I want to go back down here because I want to.
The Inquisition cannot remain, Ambassador, if you can't prove it was founded on Justinian's orders.
Did not anticipate
This
this.
is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked his life to slow the magic.
You look like a
of the
clown. Get out.
Sir Trevelyan, may I present the Marquis d'Aurelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. House d'Aurelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
Listen, I just wanted to talk to Varric this episode, and like not really have. You look creepy as hell right now, Somley. Please get some sleep.
This is
But
the
what?
first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the Chantry.
So,
My
this
wife, Lady Machin of Denver, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of Ferelden. We were honored to lend its use to Divine Justinia. She was a woman of supreme merit. I will not let an upstart order remain on her holy grounds.
Whoa. Yeah, I'm not gonna go with. He gets it. People like this isn't his place. He doesn't care about politics. You guys figure it out. The Divine's advisors found it. He doesn't care about what the Chantry books say about anything, because in Somley's head, these are just people making decisions. For the most part, Somley believes mortals are just mortals doing mortal things, and they devote themselves in their own ways, but a lot of them take advantage. And so that's his stance there. And then we have its followers need shelters. That's kind of like right now, pragmatically, there are people who need a place. Don't be a dick and just end this because I'm here or because the Inquisition's setting up here. Don't make other people suffer for it. So we're going with that.
People have been injured. You can't just turn them out onto the snow.
And who benefits if they stay?
Divine Justinia, Marquis. The Inquisition, not the Chantry, is sheltering the pilgrims who mourn her.
And you look like a clown.
Why is the Chantry ignoring the faithful?
Because it remains in shock.
Get out.
We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
I do like how they differentiate the cultures, though. I'll give it that.
I'll think on it, Lady Montillier. The Inquisition might stay in
I don't need a third bald person wandering around this place. Please, get out.
Do the Durelions actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite their Ferelden relations, the Durelions are our legion. If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his behalf. Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property
Yeah, it's not
disputes.
gonna fly.
I'm so pleased the Marquis isn't tossing us out into the cold.
His Grace is only the first of many dignitaries we must contend with.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
May I ask what brought you to work for the Inquisition?
Sister Leliana approached me. We've been acquainted for quite some time. For better or worse, being the Inquisition's diplomat has become as interesting as she promised.
What sort of dealings have you had with nobility?
For some years, I was the royally appointed court ambassador from Antiva to Orlais. The nobility of Thedas is
Interesting,
a
I like
rather
it.
singular sphere. Those I'm not acquainted with, I know through reputation.
There's a little the Zevran sound coming through. I love it. Somebody would be glad that she'd be here to do this, so he doesn't have to do it. Having you around can't hurt. Again, to intercept those dumbasses, and then there's politics are ridiculous. Do I feel like Somley okay these because he thinks he doesn't think they're ridiculous. He just doesn't want. He wouldn't get bogged down in them. Like he wouldn't have. He wouldn't align with any part of that life. Politics or he doesn't care. Yeah, no, he's going to say this.
If every noble wandering by is as stubborn as the Marquis, what good is it talking to them?
Every kingdom is subject to its lords. The Inquisition will require their goodwill to survive. But please excuse
Damn politics
I've
in every
much
game.
work to do before the day is done.
Have I played? I haven't played any character who even entertains the idea of politics. Not a single one. We're good.
Please
We're
tell
good.
me if you find something.
I have not. Anyone in here? And Somli's probably the closest that it'll get. Anyways, I see him later on being
Then the golden city
embracing the idea of politics. Maybe depends on where the story goes. But my gut is no, he wouldn't give a damn. He'd think it's all a waste of time. This is someone who was raised in the
I heard some speak of
loot.
Templars instead.
This is someone who was raised in the tower, and so what he knows, he'll know from what he got from the towers. But it's not necessarily like he doesn't have any hands-on. Like he hasn't had any part of that. He doesn't. He's probably not even met like that many nobles unless they visited this circle for some reason. But why? Why would they have gone there? Did I go in this door?
It is the whisper
This is I did in the early part of this, right?
upon your
Anyways, let's talk to Varric and let's see what's up with that. And then we gotta go down there, man. I haven't even gone down the stairs. Hey, Varric. I also have to play this. Okay.
Now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from
think
being
I was
the
saying-
most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most
Well, I was
people would
already
have
in my heart
spread that
part of
out
the army
over
of the
more
faithful.
than one day.
Varric. So yes, I could do all of that. I guess he would be sad that a lot of people died. He is glad to be alive. He's getting a bit confused as to all the stuff that's going down. But Somli, he'd catch up real quick. The thing with Somli Kane is that things can be a little disorienting. He'll never really show that he's like once he gets composure and he just acknowledges like his place in chaos, he will find the balance. That the whole thing with the neutral alignment for Somli is like no matter what situation he's in, he will align with it just enough to find a place of balance, of like peace and neutrality, to like get. If it's too chaotic, he'll be a little lawful. If it's too lawful, it'll be a little chaotic. If it's like, and it's always about bringing it back down, like toning things down, because whenever you go into any of the extremes is when you start having ambitions take over instead of doing just what needs to be right, what needs to be balanced. And I don't know, I guess he'd be sad if people dying though, because again, it's the whole protection of life and stuff. Despite the whole necromantic idea of the character, like the angle with that was strictly because he felt like he could help people. He could help people by using, it's like, imagine it from this perspective, like a necromancer. We're talking traditional tabletop or whatever, right? Where you could like imagine a necromancer who the whole purpose of them being a necromancer is because, say, like in his case, wars are fought. Well, wouldn't you rather fight wars with a bunch of the dead and just like raise them, like just imbue dead bodies to die for you, because they are already dead, and so you don't lose the life. The living deserve to live, and then it's like in his head, it's like you give the dead a chance to fight again. He understood them as just binding spirit energy to bodies, and then the bodies just sort of became automatons and controlled by the person with the strongest will, which would be the necromancer. But then by using them, you preserve the lives of soldiers who don't have to die anymore. And so that was the kind of weird. Anyways, I'm derailing too many times. So I'm gonna go with the dead. I don't like the idea that
I don't even want to think
die.
about how many lives were lost on that mountaintop.
A lot of good men and women didn't make it out of there. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
But imagine taking control of that, Varric.
If it was that bad, why did you stay? Cassandra said you were free to go.
I like to think I'm as selfish and irresponsible as the next
You want to tell
guy.
a story.
This,
Don't lie.
thousands of people died on that mountain. I was almost one of them. and now there's a hole in the sky. Even I can't walk away and just leave that to sort itself out.
So he's got some altruism there. I mean, he doesn't need to be here. He could just go off and tell us stories. No, I think it's sunk in real deep. You're the chosen one, the Herald of Andraste. I don't know if I need to close the breach yet. Leave that one open. I was fortunate.
It's pure luck that I escaped.
Good luck or bad? You might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky, that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
I am the chosen one, Varric. Stand by me. I will bring you your miracle. Talk to me, Varric.
Need something?
Oh.
I've read your Tale of the Champion.
Oh.
And I have a few questions.
Yeah, he's a good bad man.
Reaction? Go ahead.
What happened to the mage who destroyed the Kirkwall Chantry?
Oh,
The book never said.
He fled
Oh.
Kirkwall with the mages from the Circle. Stayed with them a while, but he had to move on. Somehow a lot of mages blamed him for making them live as fugitives.
Somehow.
I don't know where he is now, and I don't want to know.
I think you're lying, but okay.
There is no way Hawk really could have killed the Arishok. It would have started a war with the Kunari.
I was told later that the Kunari disavowed his actions. Apparently the Arishok didn't get permission before he attacked Kirkwall, and the Qun didn't want another exalted march. When they finally sent a ship to haul the wrecked dreadnought away, they just said, "We will never speak of this again." As far as I can tell, that's the Qun's version of an apology.
That's awesome.
In the book, you say that first Enchanter Orsino turned himself into a giant monster made of
He
corpses.
did.
How?
That was a
Why?
weird turn of
Do I
events.
look like an expert on magical weirdness to you? Well, I can't tell you
And could
how.
you revert it?
Why? All
I
can
mean,
say
what?
is he was desperate.
Where are the rest of Hawk's associates now?
Meryl decided to look after the elves left homeless by the fighting. She's done a pretty good job of keeping them away from the mages and Templars, so far. I guess she has plenty of practice avoiding stupid human battles with her old Dalish clan. Isabella went back to the Raiders. She's calling herself an admiral now. I don't know if she's actually in charge.
Hawk better be
or
with
just
her.
has a really big hat. Might be the same thing, honestly. Sebastian went back to Starkhaven. I'm sure he's boring all sorts of people there. Hawk's little sister is in the Free Marches, helping some of the other survivors from the Kirkwall Circle. Aveline is still guard captain. I'm pretty sure Kirkwall would fall into the sea.
I can't
if she
believe they
quit her
mattered
job.
that. Oh my god. What the hell though? And Dusk Hawk is with Isabella on the captain. He's co-admiral. You left that part out there. What the hell?
Can I ask you
Did I
something,
miss
Varric?
something over there?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
I get it.
Are you from Ferelden? Or Ley?
Free Marches, born and raised in Kirkwall. And despite whatever you've heard, no, Kirkwall's not that bad.
Are you sure?
I'm not clear on your line of work. You're a merchant.
Well,
I'm a businessman. My family has a seat in the Dwarven Merchants Guild.
Right.
Merchants buy and sell goods. Businessmen buy and sell stores. In my spare time, I manage a spy network, and occasionally, I write books.
If you've run a spy network, why is Leliana our spy master?
To be honest with you, she's just a better spy master. The truly great ones can keep their distance. They don't get attached to their people. Me, I always
why
wind up
Sandra liked
babysitting
her.
my informants and worrying about their families.
and worried about
We're
when
in
she
better
did
hands
get
with her.
attached.
You're an author. What kind of books have you written?
I've tried my hands at a few genres. My crime serials are my most popular. Hard in Hightown, guards breaking the rules to get things done. The Tale of the Champion is the most famous
Yeah.
thing I've written, or infamous maybe. I started a
I love that
romance
it's
serial
canon.
once, Swords and Shields, but to be honest, I don't have a knack for romances.
Yeah, I think he was working
Most
that
of
one
my
out
stories
in
end
banter,
in
I think.
tragedy. Probably that says something unfortunate about me personally.
Oh, fun
What
times.
sort of shops do you own?
Actually, we don't own shops. That was just an example. Mostly we invest in money lenders. Auction houses, a few mercenary companies, a couple of smithies. I think we own half a beet plantation in Ravane somewhere. Most of that's my brother's doing. Bartrand had business sense. Not much tact, but loads of business sense.
And now, not much of a mind, but you know.
How do you and Cassandra know each other?
You heard about the Kirkwall chantry being destroyed? The guy
Should I
responsible
be clicking
used
these
to
in
be a
order, by
friend
the
of
way?
mine.
1
The
to
Seeker
6.
had questions about that, and I had answers.
Where did you get that crossbow? I've never seen one like it.
Bianca? She's one of a kind.
It's gonna lead
I
to
got her
something.
from a
It
guy
has
in
to.
Darktown.
No?
Took me a week to pry his dead fingers off the stock.
Really? It's just something you really?
Who's she named for?
I can't tell you.
Did I ever find out in Dragon Age 2? Did Dusk ask him and he wouldn't tell Dusk either?
And the reason for that is...
Then I have to kill you.
Complicated.
No.
It's the one story I'll never tell.
What?
We just have to leave it at that.
Is that for real? Don't spoil me. But, I mean, if I'm just forgetting from Dragon Age 2, then let me know that I've been told in Dragon Age 2, and I just forget. But I feel like I had this talk happen in Dragon Age 2, and I don't recall the answer to it. Or maybe it was a silly one. Maybe he eventually tells you and it's silly. Or is it a lie? I don't remember. I just don't remember. I'm inventing things. I'm Varricing this whole thing. Let's go.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem.
Let's keep going. I think we
Need
can go
something?
around here, yeah? Well, why is this one still coming up? Well, you know
Can
what?
I ask you something,
I'm going to
Varric?
go through this
You
whole
want to
cycle
talk
again and
about
see what's
me?
going on.
I'm flattered.
Here, we're good here.
Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
Oh.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem.
Oh, man, you were doing so good with Solus. You didn't pull this
Need
crap where
something?
you made me ask about things. Ooh,
The red lyrium we found at the temple
like
seemed to
repeated
upset
things.
My brother Bartrand and I sort of discovered red lyrium during an expedition in the Deep Roads.
Mm-hmm.
We located an ancient thaig, so old it barely looked dwarven. There was this idol there made of it. Bartrand brought it back to the surface, and, well, everything's gone downhill from there.
Mm-hmm.
So what is it? Just another kind of lyrium?
The red stuff is lyrium like a dragon is a lizard. It's not just a different color. It has a whole host of weirdness all its own. I've written to every mining cast house in Orzammar. No one's seen this stuff before or knows where it came from.
I have fan cannon theory, which I'll not get into until the series is done.
What makes it special?
Regular lyrium can mess you up pretty badly, but you have to ingest it for that to happen. Red lyrium messes with your mind when you're just near the stuff. You hear singing, get violent, paranoid, and then it does creepy shit. Makes
Yeah.
things float, brings statues to life. I've had a few alchemists studying it in Kirkwall, in shifts.
Well, it doesn't really play with it.
Why do you have red lyrium?
My brother kept a sliver when he sold it. I'm pretty sure he held on to it because it was already talking to him. That little shard drove him mad.
Bianca?
I had him
Is it still in
taken to a
Bianca?
sanitarium and eventually found the fragment in his house.
That was based on a choice.
We brought the shit to the surface, Bartrand and I. I wanted to find out if there was a way to shut it up. So far, it looks like the answer is no.
If red lyrium is as dangerous as you say, why do you keep it?
I've heard
And
that
can I
shit singing to
study
me.
it?
I know better than anyone how bad it is. In Orzammar, miners keep regular, non-crazy raw lyrium in special lead-lined containers. Actually, it's a huge secret how they're constructed. Keeps surface folk from horning in on the lyrium trade. I pulled a lot of strings and got a smith to build me 4 of them nested inside each other. Nobody gets to study it up close for more than an hour, and they have to wait a week between shifts.
Can you get me access?
I think that's enough on red lyrium.
Do you
Yeah,
know you're you're
Not
curious?
really my favorite
You know you want.
subject.
You know you want to learn.
Need something?
Yes. I want you to stop letting me choose options that I've already selected. How's that?
I've read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
Carry on.
Well, at this point, what was it say? Primeval red lyrium deposits found. Oh, snap. We are looking for red lyrium. Oh, my. Well, I don't know what to do here, but these things are repeating. They didn't repeat for Solace, so that's an unfortunate.
Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
That's an unfortunate
No
scenario.
problem.
Alright, well. Let's move on then. Bling! Oh, hello, Bling. Andraste's Mabari. You know Andraste's old Mabari? You didn't show up. You know what? I'm not going to do this here. Andraste's Mabari, right? Let's go in here. Let's go to Codex. Okay, so you have Josephine Monteliet, Seeker Cassandra. Josephine Monteliet is a noble from the nation of Antiva. She was educated in Valroyo, where she built connections among the court. Once she finished her schooling at a surprisingly young age, Lady Monteliet became the official diplomat between King Fulgeno of Antiva to Empress Celine of Orlais. The appointment suits her. She is well-traveled, familiar with many forms of etiquette, and by all accounts, a skilled negotiator. If that endorsement does not suffice, Josephine is a personal friend. I have faith in her. We require someone both influential and trustworthy to be an ambassador for the Inquisition. You cannot tell me you would prefer to take the job yourself. Sister Liliana. We have Liliana. She has many names. Most know her as Sister Liliana or the Nightingale. Some refuse to speak her name at all, referring to her only as the left hand of the divine, the shadow behind the sunburst throne. The spy master Morgelaine trained Liliana from a young age. For years, Liliana was Morgelaine's instrument in the great game of Orlais. While Liliana was devoted to Morgelaine, the reverse was not true. Morgelaine betrayed Liliana and almost succeeded in killing her. Liliana survived the betrayal thanks to revered mother Dorothea. Following this betrayal, Liliana spent several years in a cloister in Ferelden, hiding from her past. Inspired by Reverend Mother Dorothea, Liliana dedicated herself to her faith, discovering peace in a simple life of devotion. But when the fifth blight began, she received what she believed a vision from the Maker. This prompted her to leave her sanctuary, taking up arms against the Darkspawn. Several years after the defeat of the Archdemon, Liliana received a summons from Dorothea, now divine Justinia V. She returned to Orlais to become an agent of the Sunburst Throne. Justinia perished in the explosion that destroyed the Divine Conclave, and Liliana became a founding member and spy master of the new Inquisition. Cullen, whatever you have heard of Kirkwall's rebellion, the truth is far worse. I would spare you that. What remains of Kirkwall's Templars have been under my command for the past few years. We have done what we could to assist with the city's recovery, to restore some semblance of order, but my time here is done. Seeker Pentagast has approached me. She wishes to stop the war between mages and Templars. She has been recruiting men and women to the cause and wishes me to oversee the group's military concerns. If the conclave goes well, then we will not be needed. If not, we stand ready. I have decided to take Seeker Pentagast's offer. The circles have fallen. I can give no more to the Templar Order, nor it to me. The Maker has shown me a new path. I must take it. Excerpt from a letter sent to Southreach by Commander Cullen. Also, pictures. Cullen looks cool. Liliana. Ooh, I like it. Okay, crafting materials. We have Dragonthorn. The wood of the Dragonthorn tree is prized for its strength and has been used to craft bows of remarkable quality, but the leaves are equally valuable. Alchemists have known for centuries that an extract of Dragonthorn leaves will enhance and stabilize other, more volatile magical compounds. Level mages, whereas the circle was established not merely to protect the world from mages, but also to allow mages to practice their art safely and without fear. And whereas under Lord Seeker Lambert's command, the Templars sworn to protect all people, including mages, from the harmful effects of magic, have instead persecuted mages with such biased judgment as to worsen the problem that they were meant to mitigate. And whereas the right of tranquility, intended as a tool of last resort to stop and control mages from hurting themselves or others, has instead been used for punitive and political purposes to silence dissent and inhibit civilized discourse. And whereas Andraste herself intended the relationship between mage and Templar to be one of practitioner and protector, not prisoner and jailer. And this contract has been broken. leaving mages in fear for their lives from those sworn to protect them. Now, therefore, the Circle of Magi declares the following. We, the mages of Ferelden and Orlais, do hereby dissolve the circles and renounce our sworn submission to the order of the Templars, effective immediately. We reiterate Andraste's assertion that magic was made to serve man, not rule over him, and state unequivocally that we will use our abilities only to defend ourselves from those who would see us relinquish our lives and freedoms under the presumption of guilt for crimes we have not committed. I am of accord. We condemn those practitioners of magic who, through illness of mind or understandable but misguided anger at those who repress them, would use their maker-given powers to threaten innocent lives, and we pledge to aid any legitimate and impartial government in bringing these lawless apostates to justice. I am of accord. We look earnestly to a future of cooperation between all peoples of Thedas, free from persecution and prejudice, and hope to build a better world alongside all who approach us with friendship instead of fear. Yours in service to Andraste and the Maker, the Free March Mages of Thedas. A leaflet distributed in towns and villages across Orlais and Ferelden. We have the Templar Order, and of an accord. Most holy, the Seekers are well aware of the part you played in the rebellion. You call me to the Grand Cathedral in the middle of the night on urgent business, only to speak of trivial matters, and then, when I return to the White Spire, I discover chaos and one of your agents in the midst of the apostates. Did you think I would not notice? Did you believe yourself above repercussions for such acts? It was a dark day when the Chantry placed such an incapable woman upon the sunburst throne. I will not stand idle and watch you destroy what ages of tradition and righteousness have built. In the 20th year of the divine age, the Nevarin Accord was signed. The Seekers of Truth lowered our banner and agreed to serve as the Chantry's right hand, and together we created the Circle of Magi. With the Circle no more, I hereby declare the Accord null and void. Neither the Seekers of Truth nor the Templar Order recognize Chantry authority, and instead we will perform the Maker's work as it was meant to be done, as we see fit. Signed this day on the 4th year of the Dragon Age. Lord Seeker Lambert Van Reeves. Letter sent to Divine Justinia from the former Lord Seeker. I like the sounds of that. Traditional role. End of the Accord. Traditional role. Often portrayed as stoic and grim, the Order of Templars was created as the martial arm of the Chantry, armed with the ability to dispel and resist magic in addition to their formidable combat talents. Templars are uniquely qualified to act as both a foil for apostates, mages who refuse to submit to the authority of the Circle, and a first line of defense against the dark powers of blood mages and abominations. While mages often resent the Templars as symbols of the Chantry's control over magic, the people of Thedas see them as saviors and holy warriors, champions of all that is good, armed with piety enough to protect the world from the ravages of foul magic. In reality, the Chantry's militant arm looks first for skilled warriors with unshakable faith in the Maker, with a flawless moral center as a secondary concern. Templars must carry out their duty with an emotional distance, and the Order of the Templars prefers soldiers with religious fervor and absolute loyalty over paragons of virtue who might question orders when it comes time to make difficult choices. The Templars' power derives from the substance lyrium, a mineral believed to be the raw element of creation. While mages use lyrium in the arcane spells and rituals, Templars ingest the primordial mineral to enhance their abilities to resist and dispel magic. Lyrium use is regulated by the Chantry, but some Templars suffer from lyrium addiction, the effects of which include paranoia, obsession, and dementia. Templars knowingly submit themselves to this treatment in the service of the Order and the Maker. It is this sense of ruthless piety that most frightens mages when they draw the Templars' attention. When the Templars are sent to eliminate a possible blood mage, there is no reasoning with them, and if the Templar is prepared, the mage's magic is all but useless. Driven by their fear, the Templars are one of the most feared and respected forces in Thedas. From Patterns Within Form by Hilden, First Enchanter of Starkhaven. Blessed. We have a study of the Fifth Blight, which was starred, but I believe I read it. Merely large darkspawn resurgence. Historians agree that it began in the swamps of the Karkari Wilds on the south on the southeastern border of Ferelden in the year 930. Dragon. King Caelan therein, as swift in responding to the threat, gathering the royal army, every Grey Warden in his country, and sending a call for aid to the Ferelden nobility. The assembled armies laid a trap in the ruins of Ostagar. This talks about this is origins essentially. Surviving wardens made their way to Kinloch Hold, home of the Ferelden Circle, and conscripted the mages. In desperation to find more allies, the wardens journeyed to the Brazilian forest, seeking the Dalish. The elves too joined the growing army. Into the deep roads the surviving wardens went, searching for Paragon Branca, in hopes she could settle the unrest in Orzammar and unite the dwarves in the battle against the archdemon. Branca could not be located, but another paragon was found, the legendary Caridin, who forged a crown that ended all questions of succession. Balin Udukin was crowned king of Orzammar, and the dwarven armies marched for the surface. Despite their successes, though, greater challenges were yet to come. Sister Petrine. So that recounted the history there of origins. We have the Conclave. The Conclave, Maya Chaos, First Inquisition. We got the Maker. Where did that one thing go with the Mabari? That's all I came in here for. Well, I need to catch up too. We have Spirits and Demons. When first I summoned her, she was a rose, unwithering, unchanging, and unthorned, a spirit of the purest love one knows, who never hated, coveted, or scorned. A second time I drew her across the veil, and shared a walk, a dance, a stolen kiss, with such a perfect beauty, pure and pale, no woman could compare, no man resist. Then in my weakness I essayed a third, though magisters their warnings did impart. She broke my binding with a single word, and said this smiling as she clutched my heart, though love I was, your passion's changing fire has forged this spirit into cruel desire. The lover and his spirit. Oh, right. Yeah, the difference between spirits and demons, like where they, yeah. Vitar. I didn't read the first paragraph, I think, is what it was said. So after extensive study of the Qatari specimens you kindly provided, I've come to the conclusion that the painted markings of their face and body are not, in fact, solely for ceremonial purposes, but provide a practical benefit. Oh, I'm certain there is some cultural significance to the patterns and colors they choose, but the Qunari do nothing without purpose, yes? And then this is the one where, like, it's the mixed poison armor, which is kind of Mabari-ish. Which, oh, I'm trying to remember, like, some of the codexes on the Mabari. For Origins, I think it did talk about something where they took that, like the painting on the Mabari, it was taken from something, or it was influenced by something or something. And it was mixed paints with like a bunch of other stuff. We have the hinterlands, beautiful. Oh. My lord Arl Tegan, I retired to the hinterlands for peace and quiet, away from the politics, and because the wide open spaces were perfect to let my horses run. Instead, the war between the mages and the Templars has turned our beautiful hills into a series of burning battlefields. The farmers who live in the hinterlands are good folk. Many of them left Redcliffe village because they couldn't bear to be there anymore, not after the Blight and the Walking Dead left so many bad memories. Now we've got apostates running around, setting fire to anyone who looks at them sideways, and Templars looting houses and cutting down those who protest as mage sympathizers. Good lord. My wife Elena sent off our field hands to stay with her family in the east, but there are a lot of poor people here with nowhere to go. We get more refugees every day. This village attacked by mad mages, or that farmstead burned to the ground by Templars, and can't tell a hoe from a staff. I suppose we're stretched thin, but anything you can do to lessen the burden of these poor folk would be much appreciated. I'll do as I can, and if your men need better mounts, say the word. I need a mount. I need a mount. I need your best mount. Best of luck to you, our lord. Remember not to let Duchess puff out her chest when you saddle her. Yeah, that's the horse. Okay, sorry. You're in service, Dennett. A letter from Redcliffe's former horsemaster to Arl Tegan of Redcliffe, undelivered. Resources found here. Oh, they'll tell you, like, if you're looking for, oh my god, right. So you'll have things you can make. It'll tell you need it, and then you can come here. check to see where you gotta go find them. We gotta go hunting, resource hunting. Yay! We have tails. Maker. Skyfall, let darkness reign on thee. Now flee from the darkness, the dragon's heart. Warring, battle-scarred eyes, breach into the fade. Has come, demon. Please spare my life and our sons. As performed by the bard, Mirrodin Hallowell. Is that what the lyrics of the song that I missed? I wonder. Notorious Raider Trash. I've been reading a long time. Notorious Raider Trash. You want to know about my Raiders friends, huh? What in the world would make a goody-goody like you poke your nose in such a dirty business? Well, there's good Sir Thetis, of course. Some people say he runs the Armada. He doesn't. No one does. The Armada is a collection of ships, and each one is like a nation unto itself. Its own rules, its own people, its own leader. Thetis is respected, of course. You don't sink a half-dozen Orlesian frigates without earning at least some respect. He's a dangerous man, but he's no king of the Armada. Anyone tells you that, they're lying or misinformed. Then there's Lachlan Pole. Likes to sail around the southern Cape of Ravane, rattling his saber and posturing like it means something. No one really cares what Lachlan Pole does, though only a fool will say that to his face. You see, the thing about Lachlan Pole is he's got gold, lots of it, all earned through legitimate means even. He still has a trading company somewhere in the Marches and hires people to run it while he plays adventurer on the high seas. The Armada lets him do it because it always pays to have friends with coin. The one we should really watch out for is Ayanto. They call him the Talon, the terror of Lemorin. But most often, that crooked bastard, what might kill you in your sleep? Slavery, murder, torture. Nothing is too much for Iento. He'd traffic in souls if he discovered a way to extract them from people. In fact, I'm sure he has some Tevinter cronies working on that right this second. I'm sure there's coin to be made in stolen souls somewhere. The Imperium, probably. Well, I mean, there were those bottles that had, I think they had, right? They had them, and I know I fought them. They had those bastard thingamajigs. How do I forget the name of these things? Revenants. The Revenants. My God, my brain, it hurts sometimes. Back. Oh, that's it. Wait, the Mabari stuff. I didn't find the Mabari thing. Ah, there it is. Andraste's Mabari. See, I can't trust that stuff. You know Andraste's old Mabari? He didn't show up in the chant. And if you ask those holy sisters, well, they'll say Andraste can't have had some big old smelly war dog, but all Ferelden knows it right. Our sweet lady needed someone who might warm her feet at night. And there's Andraste's Mabari by the holy prophet's side. In the fight against Tevinter, that dog would never hide. They say the Maker sent him special, always loyal without pride, so he could be the sworn companion of the Maker's holy bride. Oh, that dog, he guards Andraste without arrogance or fear, only asking of his mistress just a scratch behind the ears. And then old Mafrith gets to plotting, tries to lure that dog away, but even as they trap the prophet, her Mabari never strays. And there's Andraste's Mabari by the holy prophet's side. In the fight against Tevinter, that dog would never hide. They say the Maker sent him special, always loyal without pride, so he could be the sworn companion of the Maker's holy bride. And they thought the wounds had killed him, but then he limped out towards the fire, and Hesrian, he shed a tear as that dog laid on the pyre. Oh. And there's Andraste's Mabari by the holy prophet's side. In the fight against Tevinter, that dog would never hide. They say the Maker sent him special, always loyal without pride, so he could be the sworn companion of the Maker's holy bride. Yes, that Mabari's the companion of the Maker's holy bride. A popular, if historically unlikely Ferelden Tavern song. Was that being sung? Oh, I missed the lyrics of that one. If that was being sung, I want to hear the actual song of that now. That was fun. Had a little bit of a post Raven swing to it at one point. Yeah. Okay, the light. That's fine. Wow. So a whole episode just disappeared there with me reading codexes. That's what happens when I don't
spoke with
take
Commander Cullen.
when I don't take care of them
Apologise for what I said earlier.
It's
as
nothing.
I go, you know?
Now, Scout Plane, what can you tell me of Redcliffe?
The mages have been quiet since their attack on the Conclave.
Well, that's cool that you get
Their
little news
attack?
bits like this.
Do you have information confirming that the mages were responsible?
Well, I had assumed.
Don't. Our job is to acquire actionable information.
Yeah, can we not?
Assumptions can lead you to overlook something vital.
Yeah, like get people killed that have
You have created, no one can tear.
nothing to do with the problem. I will find you. I will find you all. Oh, hey there. How's it going, treasure chest? Well, if you're gonna put it back here, ring of critical chance. Okay. I mean, what'd you think? Someone was gonna find it? Is that what you thought? You're wrong. Oh, this is my, this is where I started. Something. You want to do something? There's some shipping thing, but I didn't see what happened. Okay. I wish I could take that crow out and have it, like, just hang out on my shoulders or something like that. That'd be cool.
Still got demons pouring out of the rifts.
Oh. Did you see that? Why did it look like I could talk to somebody here for a second? Hello? I do like how they, the environmental sound does float with you. Is that me? No. No. I suppose these are the paths I've walked, maybe? How have I not walked? What? I haven't talked to Liliana. Oh man, I thought I was at the end of like this board thing, but no. Well,
I knew then, and crossed my heart with shame.
this one, right here. Sigrid. Oh, that name came up.
We'll need.
Good day. Or good as it could be with the sky ripped apart.
That voice is from Skyrim. I'm almost certain of it. And then it said Sky Rip part, and I was like, oh my god, that's sounded like he was saying Skyrim for a second there. As I was thinking, I know this voice from Skyrim.
What kind of person stays to run a shop at a time like this?
The kind with nowhere else to go. Those
Pretty sure.
blasted demons destroy most of my goods. If I stay here, work some contacts, I can start rebuilding. Maybe, just maybe, help you folks out in the process.
You must speak with most everyone here. How are people doing?
Hope and fear in equal measure. No one really knows what it means when an Inquisition is called. Yet. I imagine it's no better for you. You've got my sympathies, for what it's worth.
Can I see what you have for sale?
Of course. My wares are at the table.
Okay, let's take a look just to see how this okay. I did ask about the abilities, and it's like attributes and equipment does it. You gotta get equipment. I still haven't gone through my equipment to put things on and stuff, and I know I got DLC things that are out of leveled and stuff and whatever, so I do have to think about all that stuff too. Don't I have like buy back other, what's other? Is this where you get, we got recipes, schematics, weapon schematics. Oh, cool. Cool. Okay, okay. What's the whole, wasn't there like, where's your junk crap at? Don't I have a bunch of that stuff? My money's not too bad, but I wanna just wait a little bit. +2 willpower, light armor. Oh man, that's a boost right away though. Battle mage armor, apprentice coat. Item level 6. I'm level 3. Oh, what? No, I won't be able to. Oh, requirement level 2. Oh, that's weird. That the item level is different than the require level. That's just kind of weird. Mage only though. So, I want this right now maybe, but it's like, what if I find it, you know? Ooh, I can see what this looks like on my guy already. Like, yeah, cool. Anyways, wait. That's okay. Yeah, like what if I find stuff out there, you know? I can wait a little bit. I do like the willpower because more than spirit is it. Oh, but my thing has like slots open. Ah, I see. Empty light. Oh. So I can build on top of the apprentice coat by putting some arms in there and some legs in there, and then altogether that will buff. So okay, well I'm gonna hold on. See how that works, and then do something. Is there? Let's see. There we go. Let's switch this out maybe. I don't like the fire. The cold's gotta go. So we got a 32 DPS here. It's electricity. +6 magic is good too. I'm gonna buy this one right now. I am. Okay, so that's a guarantee if there's no other option. Yep, we're done. Okay, purchased. Now, how do I here sell? I suppose I should see what. He's probably got the same kind of staff. Right, I probably already had. Can I cancel? Well, whatever. I'll switch out Solus's. How about I don't do this right now? How about I don't do that right now because I haven't even checked my stuff yet. We're going to set ourselves up to talk to Liliana. And what I will do is... Wait, where's Liliana? How did I miss you, man? Yeah, let's go this way. Let me see something now. Oh, that's... Oh, these are my walking paths? Oh, man, that's weird. It's kind of confusing. Do they eventually disappear, or... Because I thought I already came through here. I mean, I was at the tavern.
A learned child is a blessing upon his parents and onto the...
What the hell are you talking about?
Even down in Orzammar?
Friend, I've never even seen Orzammar. The dwarves don't have mages, so
Blessed
magic
are the
likely
righteous,
isn't a big problem.
the lights in the shadow.
Oh.
In their blood.
Jeez, Liliana, hiding in there, man. I could swear I went in there. I didn't see it the first time. Okay, so now that I'm here, just for the end of the episode, let me go to inventory. Let's do this now. Weapons. All weapons. Two-handed, I guess, was... Nope. Staffs. There we go. We've got a 37, 32... Okay, fine. Ooh, this is a better one. So probably got this with a DLC. Otherwise, I don't remember. And I bought that one, which will give away. So let's move this one into here. Ooh, I hope that's a Staff of the Dragon. I was going to say a Drastic, but it's called Staff of the Dragon. So we have fire. Ooh, 23 fire damage. Good. We have some buffs we can put on it, or builds, or that's probably what you can craft, maybe. I don't know. Why does this have a star on it? I don't know. Because I haven't looked at it, maybe. Oh, I like that they show you the element there, nice and clear. We have an army dirk. I see, because that's the new thing right there. We have the hunting bow and the We don't need that. Okay, back it up. Let's go to armor. We have ourselves a Var armor. Again, mine has a lot more slots, but oh my gosh, look at what that looks like. That looks kind of weird. It looks cool, but it's medium armor, and I don't know what that does to a mage, so let's not. Oh my gosh. Well, I like that I was getting a little worried that your look didn't really change that much because it looked too good, and I was like, they're not going to do that for every suit of armor, are they? Like, are they going to like... No, they are. They did. It looks like maybe there's not a lot of items, or they're just like color differences or texture differences, but right now, wow. Somely looking good. No, for real though, I think this looks like... This is Somely Kane. What is this? So was this from a DLC? I have to imagine it was. That seems really overpowered. This armor is worn, by Qunari officers in both the army and navy and signifies a command role. Although in typical Qunari fashion, no one outside the Qun can tell which role is which. I'll be wearing Qunari clothes? That seems kind of weird. Heavy armor. Oh no, I can't wear that. It looks so good though. It looks so good. Oh my god, there's more. Just keep going. Oh. Something. Okay. It's getting kind of super thematic here. Okay, set. We got rare light armor. Well, I mean, it seems to work. It looks kind of weird, but I mean, I'll do it. I think. I think. It seems a little bit too brawly though, and I don't want to come across as like a brawler. And he wouldn't be like confident enough to show his awesome pack. We have ourselves light armor here. Constitution bonus 63. Well, that's kind of thematic. That looks good. Mage only. It looks good. It's got one slot. Again, mine's got some options to buff up though. This does give you a Constitution bonus though. Whoa! What was that? What was that? That looked pretty. Light, rare light armor. Whoa. Whoa. Fire resistance, restriction somnolently. Okay, so that's definitely a DLC then. Well, yeah, I'm probably gonna use this one. Seems a little bit off, but it looks awesome. It looks awesome. We have Qunari trained only. I can't even see what that looks like. And finally, these ones right here, and that's the cowl. Okay. Let's just check the cowls real quick. I just have the one, and then light armor. Okay, let's look at this again. We have 70. Ooh, Constitution and Cunning off of this. It's sort of better. 70. That's the better one. Yeah. It doesn't seem right. Oh, come on, RP. Don't like. Oh, good. It actually showed. Why? Why didn't I notice the armor rating right there? It's so clean. But you don't get the bonuses. You don't get the other bonuses. And we have what? We have Constitution, fire resistance. Oh, that looks so good though. Well, it's only by 3. You know what? Yeah, but I'm getting like +2 Constitution and +2 Cunning. Oh, I'm way over time now. I'm like way over time. +2 Constitution, +2 Cunning. Why would I say no to this? This seems... Wait. What the hell just happened? I thought that was the dragon armor. No, this is the dragon armor. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go. Oh man. Really? Really? I'm running around. It sort of works if only it wasn't so open. I just don't think he's confident. I mean, he looks like he's been taking care of himself in that tower. It's not the Somali, I know. But he had like a 17 or 18 Constitution in tabletop. He was a brawly dude. Hey man, this could be Dragon Age. Done. Dragon Age Somali. We're done. He's more confident when it comes to his body. Let's go. Accessories. Screw it. Let's not overthink this. Rings. Ring of Critical Chance. Sure. Let's put that on because why not? We have Amulet of Life Ward. We're good there. And then I think we're not done. Crafting. Oh, I don't need to read through all this actually. It talks to me about stuff. Oh, cool. It'll tell you sort of what you get out of it. Okay, well that's neat. So you know what to collect. That's gonna be maybe more relevant to what. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So, how about I read this stuff when it's relevant to the stuff that I'm crafting? What? Right. Leaf mace. Leaf mace. Oh, they're schematics. Oh, neat. Neat. How do I get to... Oh, I have to go to the thingamajig and then it's okay, and then do that. Okay, well, not right now. It is definitely overwhelming. It doesn't seem like it's gonna be complicated, but right now it is. I just see a lot of options to do. Oh my gosh, though, I want to like look at this. I want to make armor and see what it looks like. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to do it. Let's back up. Let's back up. Let's okay, let's not right now. We probably got a couple episodes left before I ever touch that stuff, but I do want to see what. He's not cold. He's got Andraste in his heart. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. He's in the no, it does. It does. I'm done here. I'll catch you in the next episode. Don't forget to explore, engage, and inspire, buddy. Peace.